All right, what is up, YouTube? Today I will be talking about cards I believe should be good in the upcoming format. I was doing some thinking the other day, and these cards pretty much ran across my mind. These cards are pretty much geared towards Metal Foes and Blue Eyes, because I think that's going to be pretty much the meta when after this set comes out. Sneak peek is this Saturday. I'm pretty sure in the middle of August this set comes out, but like I said, I believe that those two decks, or maybe just Blue Eyes. I don't know about Metal Foes too much, but I believe Metal Foes and Blue Eyes are going to be the two decks that we're pretty much going to have to be playing against and all that. So that's pretty much what this is geared towards. Also, the deck you are seeing in the background is Chaos Max Zombies, and this is by BMJ2K7. I believe that is his name. Probably messed up on a letter or two, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, he sent me this deck list and he was like, "Hey, play it." I also did a deck profile and a dual video, pretty much a deck showcase. That's what I call it. I pretty much did a deck showcase on Wednesday, so definitely go check out that. That is the video before this. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. But before we do that, I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know if you like videos like this where I discuss certain topics. Let me know what you guys think of the cards. What are some cards you think are actually going to be good? And also click add to help support the channel. Very appreciative. And yeah, so let's get straight in. The first card I will be talking about is Skullmeister. If you guys do not know what Skullmeister does, it says during each player's turn, when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to negate that effect. This card is going for like around $10. I understand why, but I believe like the card has not proven itself yet, so it should not be $10. But it's from Star Strike Blast, and if you guys have been playing for a minute, you guys know what Star Strike Blast does. I mean, how their cards are. They're all expensive. Um, this card right here, if you guys can see it for cheap, definitely pick it up. The reason why I say is because if Metal Foes and Yang Zing is going to be a deck, we're going to be one of the top decks. This stops, I mean, it doesn't stop them in their tracks, but it really slows them down, because if they pop a Yang Zing, you can use Skullmeister to negate that Yang Zing effect. If they pop their traps, you can use Skullmeister to negate that effect. Um, yeah, it's also good against what do you call them? Monarchs. They're also good against Monarchs. If Monarchs is still going to be a deck, you can definitely use against Monarchs. You can use against their Pantheism. And the great thing about it is you could chain to it, which is amazing, because it's not like Dweller. Dweller has to be activated before. This can be chained to it. So that's definitely good. So it can force your opponent to do something, and then you can negate their effect, and pretty much that'll hurt them. It's also good against Cosmos. Like I said, once again, chain to their effects. Definitely real. It's a real good solid card, I believe. Will be useful in the upcoming format. $10 though will probably steer a lot of people away from it. So like I said, if you guys can pick it up for cheaper, definitely do that. But yeah, I think Skullmaster should be good. The next card I will be talking about is Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now this card has been seen play throughout its entire time since it came out, but it hasn't really seen that like Maxi effect Veiler type of play. You know what I mean? Like being used in every deck. And I believe this is the time to actually do this. To go ahead and pick some of these up. Once again, this card is running around $10. If you guys do not know what this effect is during either player's turn when a monster on the field or a spell or trap that is faced up on the field activate its effect, you can send this card from your hand or on your side of the field to the graveyard, destroy that card, and you can only use one Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit per turn. That this card right here, it's just real good against Metal Foes. This card right here can shut down Metal Foes dead in this track. You can do that to one of their scales. You can destroy their scales when you try to activate them and try to pop a card and go off. Good against Dark Magicians. You can use it on their Dark Magic Circle, their Eternal Soul, stuff like that. This card is just really, really, really good. I believe it's going to be. This card is really good for the upcoming format. I believe. I think everything is going to be pretty much activating on the field and pretty much continuous cards against. And so I think this card will see a increased playability. It will be pretty much be like Maxi, even though Maxi is going to be mained. I believe, because there's a lot of special summoning cards, so I'm not going to talk about that. That card's already been played. Ghost Ogre is just, I believe it's going to see a lot of more. Is going to see more playability. There we go. Struggling for that, but yeah, definitely going to see a lot more playability. The price will probably go up, probably like $5 or $10, maybe. I don't know because it did get printed as a gold, but it's also a secret. So I believe the price should go up. So definitely, if you can pick up some Ghost Ogres, if you can get a sweet deal on them, definitely pick them up. They're going to be useful for the upcoming format. The next card I would like to talk about, and this is strictly for Blue Eyes, is Ally of Justice Cycle Raider. If you guys do not know what this does, it you can discard this card to the graveyard to select up to two monsters, your light monsters in your opponent's graveyard, excuse me, and remove them from play. Great card against Blue Eyes. You bench up to two of their monsters. That is just fantastic. They try to gospel. Um, they try to special summon from the graveyard. They try to activate Whitestone, ancient Whitestone, to add a Blue Eyes back to their hand. Bam! You can just discard this, pop, get rid of two of them. Like it's just a real good card. They try to activate Call of Hunted. Bam! You can chain this. This card is just, I really believe is going to be good, and especially if Blue Eyes is the top deck, like the definitive number one deck. This card is going to be going in the side deck. Now the price tag is high, and it's at $7. So I don't understand. I mean, it's only been printed pretty much once. It's in Dual Tournament and Hidden Arsenal, I believe so. I've not really seen this card ever been reprinted before that. It's also a tuner, so I mean, worst case scenario, you can just synchro with it. But like I said, man, this card right here, I definitely see it doubling in price if Blue Eyes do become the main, the definitive, tier one deck. I definitely see this card seeing a hell of increase. And also, to go back on Ghost Ogre a little bit, Subterrors, I know they're probably not going to be the best deck or a real play deck, but it also stops Subterrors because they try to flip face down. You can stop that, and Cubics, I believe, are a deck or something like that. So definitely Ghost, like I said, Ghost Ogre is really going to be good. Definitely should pick those up. If you can get a good deal, 3 for 25 or something like that, definitely do it. You would probably make your money's back even more. But back to Cycle Reader, definitely this card right here is definitely going to see some play. Blue Eyes should be a tier one, if not the best deck, at least one of the best deck. So definitely pick these up. Like I said, $7 is too much, just for one. If you can get a sweet deal, probably 3 for 20 or something like that, I probably would do it. Try to get them for less, but I definitely see this card definitely increasing. All right, so on to the next card, and this card right here is something that it did kind of get hyped probably like a format or two ago. They were talking about this card, but it never really like popped off, and it's called Magical Spring. Now, if you guys do not know what this card is card effect is draw a number equal to the number of face-up spell trap cards your opponent controls, and then discard a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell traps you control, and until your opponent's next turn, to the end of your opponent's next turn. Let me preface that. To the end of your opponent's next turn, their spell trap cards cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Their activations cannot be negated, or their effects cannot be negated. So, pretty much, what this is saying is against Metal Foes, if they're trying to pop their scales, or they're trying to pop their face-up traps, like they say they activate, already got 2 in scale, they flip their trap, they're trying to pop their trap. Magical Springs, bam, you draw 3, discard 1. They can't pop it. That's it. They can't do nothing for pretty much 2 turns because the wording in here says until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's not that turn, it's the next turn. So for 2 turns, they cannot destroy nothing. If you're going against Pendulum decks that run Sky Iris, they cannot destroy their Pendulum cards. They can destroy monsters, but they can't destroy their Pendulum cards. So now, if you're going against Metal Foes and your opponent pretty much like has a terrible hand and they activate 2 scale 8s, activate Magical Spring, and for 2 turns they cannot get rid of their scales. Neither can they get rid of their new spell trap cards. They cannot get rid of them for 2 turns. So definitely pick these up. They're only going for $2. So I mean, 3 for 6 is really a good. I think the mega pack and the originals are the same price. So I mean, you could probably get 3 for 5 if you find the right vendor or whatnot. Definitely pick this card up. I believe it's going to be good. If not, I mean $6. You could probably sell it for the same price. You know, So definitely, at least test the card out or whatnot. I really believe this card should see some more play, and it definitely should increase in price if it does see a lot of play. But this all depends on if Metal will be the definitive best deck or one of the top three decks or top two decks or whatever it might be. And on to another card that I've been playing for the last couple of months is DD Crow. Now this card is really cheap, couple of cents, like 25 cents, 30 cents. You can pick up three. You can buy the supers for $1. Ultimates are probably around 8, I believe. Last time I checked. But definitely this card right here, man, is so good. It targets any card, which is always good. And then if you playing against certain decks, like if you playing against Mermails, if you have a problem against Mermails, you decide this against Mermails because if they pay the cost and discard like a Dragoons or something like that or infantry, if you banish it before pretty much the chain resolved and they have a chance to activate, it does not activate because it's no longer in the graveyard. Also, against the Monarchs, if you're having trouble against Monarchs, bam, you can banish. If they activate their trap card, you can DD Crow. Before they activate Pantheism, DD Crow. They try to activate Erebus to add it back to the hand, DD Crow. If they try to special summon the Idea or Edea, whatever the hell the name is, the light one, the 1-star, DD Crow. Against Blue Eyes, their Gospel, DD Crow. They're pretty much, if they have a Gospel in the graveyard and you're just trying to destroy their monsters, DD Crow. This card is just fan-fucking-tastic. I'm telling you, this card right here is fantastic. I've been playing it in my side deck, and it's never been disappointing. So definitely pick that card up. I really believe that this card is just a shit. Like even if you're going against even against Dark Magician, this card is good. If they try to activate Magician's Rod to add it back, bam, DD Crow. They have that trap card that negates spells in your card. I mean, you're great. I mean, on your side of the field, you know what I'm talking about. It's the trap card. Magician's Navigate. There you go. DD Crow it. If they try to Eternal Soul, their Dark Magician in the graveyard, DD Crow it. Like it's just a real good card. And the last card I want to talk about, like I said, very cheap. Pretty much like 50 cents or a couple of cents. You can pick three of these up, no problem. It's Spell Shattering Arrow. If you guys do not have Twin Twisters, or if you just don't like playing Twin Twisters, Spell Shattering Arrows does the same thing. Pretty much for pendulums, if you have a problem against pendulums, this card is your answer. Also, Fairy Wind is a good card to pretty much have, but it's a trap card, and it does 200 less damage. So a lot of decks aren't playing traps except for Metaphors, but you don't want to destroy their traps. You just want to destroy their scales. They have pretty much this card is, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure you see the card, but destroy all face-up spell cards your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict 500 damage for each. Like I said, against pendulums, this card is amazing. You don't have to Twin Twister. You can save your Twin Twister for the face down traps. You can save. Yeah, pretty much if you don't have Twin Twisters because they're around $8 to $10, bam, here you go. If you have problems against pendulums, this is your card. You don't need to buy no Twin Twisters. Here you go. They activate their scales, Spell Striking Arrow, afflict 1,000 to them. They activate Sky Iris, try to activate their scales, bam, 1,500 against Dark Magicians. They activate their cards, Spell Shattering Arrow, pop it. Like, it's just a real good, solid, decent card if your problem is pendulums. So that is it for today. That's all pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Oh Jesus, 13 minutes. I tried to get through it faster, but I just seem to talk really long or take a long time to explain what I was talking about. But yeah, that is it for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Be tomorrow. Still on Friday, I will be doing another Death Pro Duel of the Chaos Max Zombies, and then on Saturday is sneak peek. So hopefully I can get some sneak peek packs and whatnot. Probably upload it either on Saturday or Monday or something like that. I'm probably gonna do it Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of these cards, or what cards are you guys looking at. And yeah, so also click add to help support the channel. Very appreciative, and I will see you guys on Friday.